In a small town nestled amidst rolling hills, there lay a cemetery that had stood for centuries. It was said to be haunted, with tales of apparitions, eerie whispers, and a sense of unease that gripped anyone who dared to enter its gates after sunset. Locals referred to it as Grimvale Cemetery, a name that sent shivers down the spines of those who heard it. The cemetery had a reputation for strange occurrences. People claimed to have seen shadowy figures wandering among the tombstones, disappearing into thin air when approached. Some even spoke of hearing mournful cries echoing through the night, as if the spirits of the departed were trapped in perpetual anguish. Among the residents of the town, a young woman named Amelia had always been fascinated by tales of the supernatural. With her insatiable curiosity and fearlessness, she decided to explore the mysteries of Grimvale Cemetery for herself. Armed with a flashlight and her unwavering determination, Amelia ventured into the graveyard one moonlit night. As she stepped past the iron gates, the temperature seemed to drop, and an eerie hush settled over the cemetery. The full moon cast long, haunting shadows across the tombstones, giving them an otherworldly appearance. Amelia's heart raced as she carefully made her way through the rows of graves, her flashlight beam cutting through the darkness. As she wandered deeper into the cemetery, Amelia's senses became heightened. She felt a strange presence, as if unseen eyes were watching her every move. The wind whispered through the trees, causing a rustling sound that sent a chill down her spine. Despite the fear that gripped her, Amelia pressed on, determined to uncover the secrets of Grimvale Cemetery. Suddenly, a thick fog began to creep along the ground, obscuring her vision and making it difficult to navigate. Amelia's heart pounded in her chest as she fumbled for her flashlight, only to discover that it had mysteriously gone out. Panic seized her, and she called out into the darkness, hoping for a reassuring response. To her surprise, a soft voice answered from the mist, beckoning her forward. Amelia hesitated, her rational mind warning her of the dangers that awaited. But her curiosity and fascination with the unknown compelled her to follow the voice. Stepping cautiously through the fog. As she moved deeper into the mist, the figures of tombstones materialized around her. Strange symbols adorned the graves, hinting at an ancient past filled with forgotten rituals and ceremonies. Amelia's heart raced as she realized that she had stumbled upon something far more significant than she had anticipated. Then, a figure emerged from the mist, a spectral figure cloaked in a tattered shroud. It floated toward Amelia, its face hidden beneath a dark hood. The air grew colder, and Amelia's breath turned to mist as she stood frozen in fear. But instead of harm, the figure spoke with a voice that carried a mix of sorrow and longing. It revealed itself to be the spirit of a lost soul, trapped in the confines of the cemetery for centuries. The spirit shared its tragic tale of love and betrayal, its voice echoing through the foggy night. Amelia listened intently, her fear subsiding as she realized the sorrow that plagued the spirit. With empathy in her heart, she offered the spirit solace, promising to share its story with the living world. The apparition, grateful for Amelia's compassion, slowly dissipated, leaving her alone in the cemetery once more. As Amelia made her way back through the fog, the morning sun began to peek over the horizon. She exited the gates of Grimvale Cemetery, forever changed by her encounter. She vowed to honor the lost souls of the graveyard by preserving their stories and ensuring that their memory lived on. Known as the town's cemetery historian. She delved deep into the archives, researching the lives and stories of those buried in Grimvale Cemetery. With painstaking dedication, she uncovered forgotten tales of love, tragedy, and redemption, breathing life back into the forgotten souls. Amelia organized guided tours of the cemetery, sharing the rich history and supernatural legends that surrounded it. Visitors marveled at her extensive knowledge and the passion with which she recounted the stories of the departed. People from all over flocked to the town, eager to experience the eerie ambience of Grimvale Cemetery and learn about its haunting past. But Amelia's work extended beyond storytelling. She collaborated with local preservation societies to restore and maintain the tombstones, ensuring that the final resting places of the deceased remained respected and undisturbed. She initiated community events and fundraisers to raise awareness about the historical significance of the cemetery, garnering support and appreciation for its preservation. Over time, Grimvale Cemetery transformed from a feared and neglected place into a revered landmark, a testament to the town's heritage. Visitors came not only to witness the supernatural allure, but also to pay their respects to the countless souls who found their eternal rest within its grounds. Amelia's dedication and respect for the cemetery's history earned her the trust and gratitude of the townsfolk. She became a beloved figure, admired for her bravery in facing the unknown and her commitment to preserving the town's cultural heritage. Her contributions went beyond the paranormal, fostering a sense of unity and pride within the community. As the years passed, Amelia's hair turned gray, and her steps became slower, but her love for Grimvale Cemetery never waned. Even in her old age, she could be found sitting on a bench under the shade of an ancient tree, sharing stories with anyone who cared to listen. Her passion had ignited a spark in the hearts of the townsfolk, ensuring that the legacy of Grimvale Cemetery would endure for generations to come. And so, the cemetery that was once shrouded in fear and mystery had become a place of remembrance, a testament to the power of compassion, and a reminder that even in the face of darkness, the human spirit could bring light and healing. The tale of Grimvale Cemetery, once a story of horror, had been transformed into one of resilience, unity, and the enduring power of storytelling. Years passed since Amelia's tireless efforts had transformed Grimvale Cemetery into a revered landmark. The town thrived, and the stories of the departed souls echoed through generations. But beneath the surface of the peaceful facade, a dark force began to stir. Unbeknownst to Amelia, her encounter with the lost soul had awakened something malevolent within the cemetery's depths. As the years went by, the supernatural occurrences escalated, and the once peaceful spirits turned restless and vengeful. Amelia, now in her twilight years, continued to visit Grimvale Cemetery, oblivious to the shifting tides. The townsfolk whispered of strange happenings and sightings, but their concerns fell on deaf ears as Amelia's passion for the cemetery remained unyielding. One fateful night, as Amelia stepped through the familiar iron gates, the air crackled with an ominous energy. The moon hung low in the sky, casting an eerie glow over the tombstones. Shadows danced menacingly, and whispers of despair and rage echoed through the chilling wind. Amelia felt an inexplicable heaviness in the air. The once familiar paths seemed distorted and labyrinthine, leading her deeper into the heart of the cemetery. Her flashlight beam flickered ominously, casting fleeting glimpses of twisted and distorted figures among the graves. Fear gripped her heart, but her determination pushed her forward, driven by a desire to understand the source of the growing darkness. As she ventured deeper, the whispers grew louder, transforming into anguished screams that reverberated through the night. In the heart of the cemetery, Amelia encountered a malevolent entity, a tormented spirit, twisted by centuries of isolation and resentment. Its eyes glowed with a malicious fire, and its voice carried a chilling resonance that chilled Amelia to her core. The spirit unleashed its wrath upon Amelia, who stood defenseless against its onslaught. It condemned her for meddling with forces she couldn't comprehend, for awakening the dormant malevolence that lay dormant within the cemetery's depths. With each word, Amelia felt her strength wane, her life force draining away. The spirits she had once revered turned against her, manipulated by the dark force that had consumed Grimvale Cemetery. They clawed at her, their ethereal hands tearing at her flesh, as if seeking vengeance for disturbing their eternal slumber. Amelia's final moments were filled with pain and despair. Her body collapsed among the tombstones, her life force extinguished, and her dreams of preserving the cemetery's history shattered. The news of Amelia's tragic demise spread through the town, casting a pall of sorrow and regret over the once thriving community. The people now realized the true extent of the darkness that had been awakened, and they mourned the loss of their beloved historian. Grimvale Cemetery became a place to be avoided, feared by the townsfolk who had once sought solace and intrigue within its confines. Its once renowned stories turned into cautionary tales, whispered among hushed voices, warning of the dangers that lurked within. Amelia's tragic fate served as a reminder of the limitations of mortal curiosity and the consequences of meddling with forces beyond comprehension. The town lived on, haunted by the memory of Amelia's dedication and her ultimate sacrifice, forever marked by the tragedy that befell Grimvale Cemetery.